Hello guys, back with another video. First, I would like to say that I would really appreciate your support via a subscribe, a like, or a comment if you like this content. So it would help me out a ton to get to push this to push this channel to around 100 subscribers or something like this. Today, back with another trade recap. Today, the first red day, the first bad day. It was also on a shaky day as it was the FOMC meeting. It was yesterday. The FOMC meeting is the meeting of the Federal Reserve Bank where they talk about the rates, where they talk about the monetary policy, and it obviously has a huge impact on the markets, especially on the stock markets. But when the stock market is volatile, Bitcoin usually follows. Um, because of the meeting and because the macro financial monetary policy is shifting towards a bearish standpoint for the markets as they were talking about raising rates and declining purchases. I was looking for a short during that time, and it also went hand in hand with the price action because we still came up a ton, came up, and at the same time we've been diverging on the RSI on the 15 minute. As you can see, we made a high right here, made another higher high, which is low on the oscillator, made a higher high on the price, which is also lower than this high, made another high on the price, which is also lower than this high. So we've been getting weaker and weaker on the trend. Also, we've been visiting this weekly resistance right here, and we had this liquidity, this potential liquidity pool right here, as we could take out this wick high and we will stop out a lot of shorts. So we should keep that in mind that the penetration of that dark blue line is also very plausible. But as you can now in the recap, I see my mistakes and you will see why I lost money that day because but it is also very hard to trade a news day because the volatility is just sick. Okay, let's see. I drew this trend line right here. On the oscillators, on the 5 minute, we also see it beautifully that we are diverging as the oscillator is getting lower, and the price is getting higher and higher. And it is just a question of time when the pullback should start. Also, we saw some nice divergence on the money flow as the green was curving down while we were getting higher in price. So let's see what happened. Play. Yeah, right here we saw that this trend line broke. I was waiting for that. It actually happened very fast. So I was standing in the kitchen and was looking forward to have my first partial short position in right here, but I was washing the dishes and it only took 1 or 2 or 3 minutes and we came back down here. So I said, okay, fuck, I missed this opportunity right here. So let's wait and see what happens. Um, yeah. So yeah, we came up. The FOMC meeting is at 8:30 p.m. So in like 40 minutes from right here. So it is actually before the FOMC meeting. And now my thought was, okay, we've been bearishly diverging. We were crossing into the red on the money flow on the 5 minute. All this bearish divergence could play out right now, and with the meeting going on and starting, it would push price lower. So, and we had the retest of this trend line as it was support before, support, 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 breakout, retest, and then it is a nice place to get short from here. So my first attack was actually right here. I took the short, I think, in, yeah, that area, put the stop loss above the high. So let's see what happened. Yeah, okay, that was quite fast. We can go on to the 1 minute. This is actually all pre the event, so this is actually, yeah, still not mean, still before the meeting. And as you can see, the volatility really started to kick in. This also happened on this S&P 500, so I can explain it in this way that the market makers, so the big market manipulators, took advantage of the event in this case because I think many people were shorting before the event started, and there was a huge benefit in stopping these guys out. Also, in on the S&P, and and Bitcoin would follow. So they targeted me, for example, as I got short right here. Um, took out pumped, took out the short sellers, and came right back. So I got stopped out here for the first time, where I lost money. Yeah, let's see how it went. Okay, so now it's, yeah, the event started right here at 8:30 p.m. and yeah, the talks were going on. So I went, yeah, that was actually kind of disgusting, as I went short in around this area again, and first I put my stop here, but my thought was, okay, if the talks are going bearishly, then we will not violate this high as well, and we would just go on lower and lower. But the talks were actually bearish, but that was a mistake by me, or I mean, yeah, a mistake, but it's actually quite uncertain on these news events. Um, as I got stopped out of my position again, so I got stopped out twice right here. And afterwards, the whole plan, let's go on the 5 minute, the whole plan actually fulfilled, as technically everything looked bearish. The direction was clear. The bearish divergence was playing out with the meeting, but I got stopped out twice right now. So the first time it was the big market manipulation, which is quite standard in these big events, to stop out the short sellers before the event. Then I put my stop too close and not over the high, and got stopped out twice. And then yeah, the whole dump started to fulfill itself, and we dropped and dropped and dropped. But I actually had a small short position from right here again, and put the stop above here, and took profits. Yeah, took profits around in this area, because it was a too uncertain environment for me. Um, as you can see, we even dropped lower, and it was quite plausible, but I was mentally a bit yeah, exhausted from the day, and the market conditions were too uncertain for me. So I decided to get out of the trade right there. You can see that we actually came down lower, but it also would have been very I'm happy that I went out of the trade right there, right in here, because when you look at the time, I would want to go to sleep around this time, and it would be very stressful if we came back here and then pushed up, and I don't really find an exit, because I want to go to sleep, and then I would have closed the trade at the around the same price height. So to conclude the day, I got stopped out 2 times right there. I explained the difficulties with the setups and the um, the mistakes I did over there. I recovered some losses in this region with a small short from here to here, and overall I was down like $425 for the day. And I wanna recap the good days and the bad days, the winning days and the losses, so I can learn from everything that I'm doing, and you can do so as well. And I think this is the best way to grow in the fast possible way and to really focus in on the mistakes I do, so I don't blame other stuff, the market conditions or other external stuff, because all the mistakes, all the stop outs, all the losses I do is my fault. Even though price action can be quite insane at these events, as you can see, but it is all my fault. So I'm proud to share the losses for this day as well as the winnings the previous days. I hope you learned something from today, and we see us in the next video. Bye bye.